Alright, welcome everybody to the stream. I think my settings are okay since everything seems to be working. Let me see. Okay, yeah, there we go. So let me turn off the little animation first. Bye, Damien. And also get rid of the text. This one. Okay. So I'm doing this because in the previous stream someone asked if I could also do one of Jaybird. So here we are. Also let me know if the audio is okay, whether the mic is too loud or the music is too soft, something like that. I can adjust it. And if there are any other problems, just let me know. I'll try to keep a track on the chat. And Teen Titans ask, who's my favorite Robin? For a long time, my favorite Robin was Tim. The Go Robins Tim. When it's about the comic universe, like the DC universe, my favorite Robin is Jason. Actually, the reason why I started reading comics, American comics, and particular DC comics, was because of the Red Hood, Under Red Hood, the animated film, and it got me curious about the comics. So I started reading that first. Actually, that was the first DC comic I read. It's Under Red Hood, and also I forget what it's called. There's also a prequel to it. I'm currently setting up my brush. There we go. Maybe a little bit larger, but that's the first comic I started reading, and actually it was really nice. I enjoyed it, and it was an interesting read. And then around that time, the New 52 was introduced, and I thought it was, a good time to jump onto comics since, of course, there's a lot going on. And I'm just gonna do a quick warm-up sketch first. But there was a lot going on, and it was very difficult for me to jump into the comic universe. Oh yeah, Lost Days, that's right. Good one, Molly. Because there's a lot of stuff going on, and I don't know where to start, especially with American comics. There's no particular volume 1. They just, just with Marvel, I think I picked up a Loki comic because I was interested in the character, but because I picked up a random book, I didn't quite get it. It was difficult to fully understand what the situation was and what's going on, so probably picked up the wrong book, but they kind of made me realize that it's you have to know a lot about the comic universe before being able to read it, I guess, and to get engrossed into it. But when New 52 was introduced, it was actually a good way. So everything was rebooted. I believe it's rebooted again by now. They reboot the reboot, and I started reading. I think, let me think. There's the Batman, the main series. Then you had Red Hood and the Outlaws, and Teen Titans. I also read the first volume of that. And there should be more. There were like crossover things going on with the Robins. So Battle of the Robins I read. And what else? I think I also read Animal Man, which is interesting. Of course, that's a little bit of a different kind of stories, different kind of characters, but I was very interested in it. It seemed interesting. The art was very intriguing. And I read the first volume. I never read the second one. I never got to it. And I always wanted to read Gotham Academy, but that came out around the time that I was really busy. So I never picked it up. But the art is very cute. Of course, it's Damien and the little high school kids. So that was something that I would be interested in. But for now, I wouldn't know which one to pick up. I know there's a new Red Hood series, but since I haven't kept track of it, I'm not too sure. Teen Titans asks, who's your favorite Bat Family character, like main favorite? I have to go with Jason. I know he's like he's been through a lot of incarnations and with silly red hair, being a really rude little Robin and such things. I kind of wish they had like a little bit more consistency within the character, but maybe they fixed that. Maybe they worked on that. I don't know. But I like the Under the Red Hood version of Jason. And with Red Hood and the Outlaws, I thought it was okay. Not the greatest, but it was entertaining how he was. Anyway, okay, so this is the warm-up sketch. Let me actually start with the tutorial itself. So we're gonna do Jaybird, and different from Jaybird is that he, of course, is wearing a helmet. Let me check if the camera's okay. I'm gonna move my windows around a bit so I can keep track of what's on screen. Let me move it down actually. So he's wearing a helmet, unlike the other birds. Maybe I should draw one of the other birds first. So I'm gonna compare him to Tim. I don't know, why not? So I'm gonna draw a very, very rushed, quick Timmy. Little puffs on his head. Actually, I never really was too fond of this thing. It's from... Oh, actually, one of the comics I also read was Red Robin. Drawn by Marcus Stowe. And he had this thing on his body. And this is black. Anyway. There we go. So here you have the Robin, and in this case his head is really big. Let me chop him up. Yeah, the Red Robin Burger restaurant. The artist is really nice, and it had Tim as the main character. Just really cool. Even though his outfit was a bit silly, but then again, Tim's outfits lately as Red Robin are kind of silly as well in the in the new 52 with the feathers and such. That's why I based one of the Go Robin episodes on his outfit, that he's so ridiculous looking. But yes, here we are. So here we have a little shake. The body and the head are attached, as you can see. And most of the Robins, well actually all the Robins are drawn like this, but because Jason is wearing a helmet, his head, let me zoom out a bit, is a little bit, well, I don't want to say his head is separate, because it just sounds weird. But his helmet is on top of his head, and his body comes out underneath. And his body, of course, is the same as all the other Robins. Very fluffy. See? So it's like the helmet is squeezed on top of his head. Oh, it's beautiful. Wait, let me open, create a different layer first. Layer. Maybe I should use a different color. So his helmet is just squeezed on top of his chubby head. Like this. Let me adjust its colors again. So here we have that the head is a little bit different, and that separates him from the other Robins. Makes him very unique and shiny and bald. Oh my, no hair. So here we go. So usually I do start off with the head. Like most of them, I do use the head as a reference point of how the body will be. Nice miss. Wait, let me... There we go. Hey Arctic, how are you? Oh, I should... Teen Titans asked whether I have an Instagram. I do, but I don't post a lot of Go Robin stuff on there. I do post a lot of cakes, because cakes are amazing. And like free time work, and currently I'm actually posting all of my original stuff since my film got online. And that's a film I've been working on. I'm thinking, should I talk about this? Well, I guess I can. I've been working on it since 2014, 2015, 2016, those 2 years. production and concept development. So 2 years life work, I guess. And that film is online since this week. I think it's yesterday. Yeah, pretty sure. Yesterday it got uploaded, so I'm really busy posting a lot of that on my Instagram about that film. But anyway, that aside, let me continue. Let me actually get rid of these and start off with how I draw the helmet. So with the helmet, maybe I changed the color to black. Ooh, so dark. So with the helmet, oh, opacity, please. I draw one of the eyes, and the eyes, you know how superhero mask don't show the pupils, so they're completely white, and I think it looks better like that, because it looks very weird when they do draw the little black dots in the mask. I think it looks a bit it's the same, of course, with the superhero movies. They also wear the mask, and you can see the eyes through the mask. It just looks a bit silly, and I do prefer it being completely white, even though that's, of course, a bit strange as well. But the aesthetic is better, just less creepy or something. I mean, if you put the pupil in there, it would look like this. It would look really weird. Oh wait, let me redo this and actually explain it, since it is a tutorial. Keep the little pupils in there. So here we have the 2 eyes, which I use as the base of the face, and then I draw the little beak in the middle between the eyes. And then I make well, it's not really a circle, but I draw the helmet actually. There we go, and close this one up. And, ooh, wait. I can actually explain why the helmet is like this. Let me open up Google. Oh, I'm messing up. Wait, okay, here we go. Google, show me picture. There we go. So here we have Jason from the animated film, which I do recommend. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. Under Red Hood. And his helmet is like this. And I made a simplified version, obviously, of the helmet. He's bald and he's shiny. Maybe you don't see my... But here, he's shiny, he's bald, and it's covering his entire head. And here you have his body, obviously. I don't know where I'm drawing on top of it. But that's what his mask is based on. Of course, you have the white eyes. Well, maybe I should actually write that. Eyes. Beautiful. And of course, it's just a very basic red color. And that's what the helmet is based on. Of course, the helmet looks different in different designs, depending on the artist of the comic. I can look up some other ones. Which one? I don't like it when they draw the nose on the mask. That's like the biggest no-go, in my opinion, regarding Red Hood's mask. It just looks really weird. Alright, well, I have an example. This is one of the newer comics, which he has a nose. This. It just looks a little bit odd. It's as if his mask is shaped on his face. Like he made how do you call this? Like you grab some clay and you press your face against it, and then you have the shape of your head. It just looks so, I understand it looks different. It also kind of funny when he doesn't have a nose, but design-wise, it's questionable. Let's see if I have some other examples of the mask. And they're all... Sometimes they also don't have the line on his mask. So it's just completely red. I guess this is a good example. Here we have one. So he doesn't have the black line on his mask. So it's just really... This one is missing. What he does have here. Make sure you erase that again. So it looks a bit, I don't know, plain as well, as if it's, I don't know. I think it looks better with the lines because it's clearly that it's a mask. It's a helmet on top of his head. But anyway, enough about that. Now you know why his helmet is like this. Oh, look at him. He's so happy. Get rid of this one. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna erase the pupils. Goodbye. Now he looks less disturbing. Yeah, his mask looks like Iron Man, and I understand it has based on the Red Hood, like the Joker, and that was a very silly mask as well. Let me actually draw the lines. So I pull the lines here, around his eyes, all the way to the bottom. So here we have the mask. Also, nice that it's almost your birthday, Teen Titans. I hope you have, when is it? Is it really soon? Because I want to wish you a happy birthday, but it's not your birthday yet. So here we have the mask, and then we're gonna draw the body. Let me do a very, like a little setup. So his body should be... No, he looks like he has no feathers. And it's true. So it's like a little ball underneath his head. So if you have like a ball on top of a ball. And then you build up the body based on this. And of course he has wings. So his wings are drawn to the side like this. Wait, let me check if it's actually... it's off screen. Let me move this. There we go. Better. Oh, less than 20 days? That's nice. On the end of February. I hope you have a really nice... Oh, make sure you have, if you can, if you're in the cake... in the cake, you're responsible for the cake, you can create a Jason Todd cake. Or actually just your favorite Robin cake. Wouldn't that be cool? To have a picture of the Robin there. Oh yeah, and it does look like a baseball. If it's orange, yeah, definitely. That's a baseball helmet. And actually, that's a good example of what it looks like with the little lines on top of it. Like a little baseball body. So here we have the rough sketch. Let me reduce the opacity. There we go. So I'm gonna redo the line art. So usually I like to draw like a little, like 3 little fluffy feathers on his chest, just so that he is extra fluffy. And then I'm gonna draw the wings. And actually close up here his tummy. Move it down a bit, and his little feet, which of course are underneath his chabbiness. And usually I don't draw the line for this. Do I? Do I? I don't know. Let me actually look at my own. No, this one doesn't have it. My own work. Oh, this one doesn't have it either. So I'm correct about this. Yeah. Usually I don't draw the line for his tummy, but I'm gonna draw it for the tutorial anyway. So his tummy is red because he's a little Robin. There we go. I'm gonna get rid of the sketch. Oh my, I'm clicking on wrong things, because that's how it goes. Adrian asked if I have ever drawn Roy or Corey, I'm sorry, for Go Robins. I haven't. Because I'm not too sure what Roy would be, since he's Arsenal and Red Arrow at the beginning. It's a bit weird to draw the character as an object. Like, of course, the characters are based on what the name represents. Since they're robins, they're birds, and because it's Batman, he's a bat. And that's how I try to... except for Alfred. Alfred is like an exception, because he's Alfred. He's human to the bone. So with some characters, I'm not too sure how to design them for the Go Robins universe. I have animated Beast Boy. But Beast Boy, he can transform into different animals, so that makes sense to have him there. I drew him interacting with Tim. Yeah. So he was in there. And I did draw Batgirl, Cassandra, as a little bat. But additional characters they have not been included. And maybe in the future, if all goes well with future episodes, who knows, maybe different characters will make an appearance. And with the help of the people behind, you know, if it gets made, it's gonna be through Patreon help, then maybe the people with Patreon can help me think of it. I think that would be a nice way to do it, right? Have the fans think and help out with those little kind of things and decide on what certain characters should be or what they should look like. That would be really cool. Alfredo sauce? That's a great nickname. That would be really cool if that's if they called him that in the comics. Favorite Teen Titan? That's a tough one. It's a really tough one. I haven't been too engrossed into Teen Titans. I've read a couple, like the first volume, and a couple stories about them, but since they're changing a lot, for example, Nightwing is in Teen Titans sometimes, and sometimes he's not. Cyborg is in Teen Titans sometimes, and he's also in Justice League in the new universe, so I find it very tough. I guess the steady Teen Titans character would be Beast Boy, and what's her other name? I forgot. So I didn't watch the cartoon. The Teen Titans cartoon that's very popular. I don't know why I missed out on it. I really don't know. So I don't know. Maybe if I watch the live action series, if I get a chance to watch it, or watch more Teen Titan series in general, like the animated as well, then I can have a better judgment of who I like the most. But for now, I think I'm just very neutral. Young Justice, oh yeah, that's amazing. I love that series. And I'm really happy that they're gonna make a third season. Oh, here's a little fun story. I made Battle of the Robins, the Go Robins episode, and one of the directors, actually the main director of Young Justice, retweeted my Go Robins episode, so that was really cool, and he was very nice about it, so I was really excited when he actually watched Go Robins. Corey could be a bird, like fire, like a phoenix. Like X-Men Phoenix. That's a nice one. Since he is a little bit different, after all, she's not from Earth, she can be what do you call this? A little bit of a fantastical creature. That makes sense. And they can fly, so that kind of fits really well. But I also heard that I thought Young Justice, the third season, was going to be on Netflix. But I'm not sure if this is true, but I read it's going to be on DC's own on-demand video service website. So, I don't know. I kind of wonder if that service is going to be available worldwide, or if it's just going to be an American thing. Because if it is, then I can't watch it. But yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to happen. Since they are investing a lot in animated series. Ooh, I worked in the wrong layer. Let me actually redo that. they're making a lot of series and DC-based series. So since they announced it, it kind of makes sense that they're gonna throw it on their own surface, that they're doing that. But at the same time, I wonder if it's gonna be enough content to keep people interested, I guess. They have to be very active with the series, and they have to be really good in order for people to subscribe to that, but I don't know. So here we have the first one. Let me create a new layer again. Netflix removed Young Justice, really? That's a bit sad. I haven't had Netflix for a long time, by the way. I only had it a couple months. It's because one of my friends, they had like an account that they can share, and I was like, okay, well, I can try that. But I do think it's a pity that it's gonna be a lot of Netflix only series. Even though they're very good Netflix series, I also like watching non-Netflix stuff on Netflix, but that might just be me. It's just a lot easier to watch different kind of movies or different kind of series on there, and it would be nice to have everything on one platform, but everything is being separated. So what I'm gonna do now is, I didn't draw the eye, but this is gonna be the helmet. He's gonna look to the left. Side view. I think his helmet is the easiest part. It's just the little shape, and then based on what direction he's looking, you can draw the eye and the line of the helmet. Of course, he has this little beak peeking out. Oh, that's the nose. The beak is the nose peeking out, but because the beak is literally sticking out of the helmet, it's less weird than the nose being behind the helmet. Even though it would also be weird if his nose was coming out of his helmet. Oh, Jason, your helmet is so weird. I don't know, maybe his mouth should be closed. Hi, Lion Blau. I want to say Blue. Lion Blue? Welcome. And I'm sorry for mispronouncing names. Sometimes I don't even say the names because I just don't know how to say it. I'm very, very sorry. Ooh, another blue one. Hi, Scar Blue. How are you today? Yeah, Roy as a fox, that's a nice one. That's a very nice one, but he would be really, really large compared to Jason. Jason would be this tiny bird, and then you have this huge fox. So, oh yeah. Oh, let me actually continue explaining. Sometimes I forget. I just draw automatically. So what I do here is draw the little fluffs on his chest, very similar to this one, the fluffies. And let me actually do the layout thing again with different colors. So his body would be like this, but he has a little tail, and of course his back, his spine is like this. Let me increase this actually, there we go. So his spine is like this, and his little tail would be up like this. Like a little duck, I guess, like a little rubber duck. And that would be the base. So you have the helmet and the duck body. And also his wings. The wings can be closed. I think that's fine for now. So I'm gonna clean up this mess and actually show you what I mean. So here I'm gonna draw the tummy, little tummy, and the spine, and then you have the little tail, and then we close the line from the tummy to the tail. And his little feet, very basic, simple shape. It's gonna be like this. And then we have the wing. just one line, even though I made multiple lines. We have the wing, that's closed. There we go. And then, just for this sake, I'm also gonna draw the tundra line. So this is gonna be red, and that's gonna be his body. So here we have a side view. It looks a bit silly. I kind of wonder why. Probably because I drew it. Gonna open up. Whoops, sorry about that. Some different references. Where is it? That's a flat view. Okay. I'm gonna leave it like this. I think he looks a bit less chubby because his wings are not as fluffy. Because they're closed, but yeah. Let's move on. Different pose, different pose. I guess I can draw him from the back now. So let me start off this time with the actual layout. Move this down, there we go. Ooh, let me change the color first. And as well the opacity. So build up the helmet from behind, right? Yeah. So the helmet, his face in this fictional 3D world, his eyes. So I'm drawing the inside of his helmet. Obviously you cannot see it because it's from behind, but his face would be peeking this way. And then you have the body underneath the helmet, like a little snowman, like how it's built up, but the head should be bigger, since they do have a fat head. There we go. And his little tail. So his tail's like a little pointy tail, very basic, pointing up. Let me actually move this so you can actually see. And his wings can be closed like this. And I'm gonna clean up so you can actually see what I mean. Wow, I'm sorry. Sometimes my mouse is stuck. It goes all over the place. Okay, so here we have the tail, his little helmet. You cannot see his face this time because the face is at the back. Oh, does anyone actually know when the next season of Young Justice is coming out? I'm very curious what they're gonna do though. I was very impressed with the characters, like the little very like the teen dad Roy. Okay, that's the teen dad Roy really blew me off the chair. I did not expect him to do that, and that he was, well, I guess that's a spoiler. I'm so sorry, that's a spoiler in case you haven't seen Young Justice yet, but they do a lot of with the characters and a lot of, you know, there's also teenage drama and adult drama, I guess. Well, it starts off with the little drama stuff, since they are a bit upset that the Justice League isn't embracing them as they wish they would. But yeah, I do like that it's a mixture of both, and it has some maturity to it, and doesn't like keep the audience, you know, the kids know. So that's really cool about it. Oh, autumn 2018, that's nice. I'll keep an eye on that, November. So it's still a while. Does anyone know how many episodes it's gonna be? My guess is gonna be like 12 episodes. I don't even remember how many episodes the first season was. I started to re-watch Young Justice, but the dub was really bad. And I have to change that to English. So I do think the English voices were nicer in this case. I had a problem with the dub that a lot of the voices sounded the same. Even though they weren't, but they just sounded too similar, and I wish they were more... they picked different actors for it, but you know, dubs. There we go. So here, oh, let me draw this. Oh, pen is stuck again. Ooh, so here he is from the back. He's looking at something. And regarding the shape, here you can see the shape is like this. It's not completely, well, this is not round, but if you get what I mean, right? So it's just a little bit wobbly because his wing is over here. And yeah, that's something to... Now it looks like he's shaking. Or he's like, yeah, it looks a bit funny. But that's the idea, that he has the wing, so you have the shape. And that's how it is. Maybe I can make the helmet a little bit more like this. There we go. Oh, it's 15 episodes. That's nice. That's nice. Sometimes people, I know, say like, oh yeah, it's only X amount of episodes, but even 12 or 11 episodes, and if it's a very long show, like a lot of live action shows are like 1 hour long, that's a lot of hours to watch. And I think it's actually pretty good format to watch. And of course, if it's only if it's shorter episodes, it makes sense that you kind of want more episodes out of it. But if it's like a really long series, then I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Oh, babies. Okay, let me draw one a little bit from this side, like a little bit tilted head. And, I mean, doof. So again, I'm starting off with the helmet, and now you can see that the body is behind. So that's why I'm covering these circles. His body is going to start here, because this is where his neck, well, his neck might be fatter, but his neck is attached to his head. Then you have the tail like this, and the wing would be here. Yes. And then his face would be like this. And his feet underneath. So, oh, if you guys have any questions about what's going on regarding the drawing process, of course, just let me know, and I'll happily explain. So start off with the eyes, the little mouth or beak, and then I'm gonna draw the helmet. So here's the little line of his helmet, and then we're gonna draw the little tufts and fluffs on his chest over there. His wing, it's gonna be like this, and his little tail. And then draw his fat body and those feet. There we go. Little feet like this. I'm gonna color this one. So usually I don't draw the line of his red chest like I did here. I just use, actually just show the line of his chest in the coloring. Now I'm thinking I did something weird. Let me actually, don't do this by hand. And change this like this. Grab the color, poof, and this should be, let's see if it works. There we go. Yeah, I know what I'm doing, maybe. Here we go. So here we have the red chest. And then I'm gonna do his helmet as well. Ooh, the things are happening. It's because there's a hole. Okay, well. Okay. Hole is spotted. Okay, nice that you I want to say that. Nice that you came by, Molly. Hope you have a good day. Sometimes I'm trying to translate English and Dutch, so my head gets a little bit messed up with what I'm supposed to say. So yeah. So here, oh, that's the thing. We can draw the little shiny. Little shiny. Ooh, there we go. So yeah, the little shiny hat. And we're gonna do the beak. So let's say red. Yes, there we go, that's fine. And the little feet. Also, I did not color properly. There we go. Here, you look super fat. Alright. Ooh, actually, wait. There's something else. I can also draw him without his helmet, since he does appear like that sometimes. Let me actually grab an image. I don't know if it's attached. Oh, wait. So these, this is not obviously the Go Robin design, but these are Robins if they actually were based on their outfits that they actually wear. Wait, I actually have the, here we go. This is what he would look like if he actually wore the outfit. Oh yeah, now I'm looking at this chest. He doesn't have the bat thing on, but later on he removes his jacket. I think he wears it in Red Hood and the Outlaws. I'm a little bit rusty with my memories, but yes, we have this outfit. But the reason why he doesn't have a jacket on and like things like that, or little boots, is because it's a lot of details, and especially when I'm working on animations, I kind of want to keep it simple, so it's not taking me forever to do the to draw one frame. So here we go. So here's the one with the helmet, but in the animation, his hair was a little bit different. There you go. Hey. It's like the little, and the hair is based on the animated film as well. Why it's like this. It kind of looks like Tim's hair, but not with the three feathers sticking out of his head. So yeah, here we go. All the little Jasons. To get rid of this one. Yeah. Oh wait, actually I want to keep one, so I can use that. This one, yeah. As a little reference, so we're gonna do one without the helmet, and he looks a kind of I want to say naked, since he's not wearing anything except for the mask. He's just like a regular Robin, except for the mask. The ones you see in your garden. Let me zoom out some more. Since he doesn't wear the helmet in this version, his body or his head is like one big blob, just like the other Robins. This is their shape. He has no neck because he's fat. Don't tell anyone. Draw the mask. Actually move the camera so you can see as well. That'd be nice. To his beak. His haircut. There we go, he's the irregular, normal non-helmet Robin. He doesn't have the orange chest because he's not Robin, as in Damien Robin. But these days there's a lot of Robins, right? I think in the new comics they have so many Robins. I haven't kept track of it. I'm also not too sure if Carrie in that universe is still a Robin. I know she was in the other universe, but I don't quite remember. I would have liked, but I guess she's Black Bat. If Cassandra was, well, maybe she's not the type to be the sidekick. I don't know, I'm just rambling. Let's see, so here we have the little beak, the eyes, and then we're gonna draw the shape of the mask. Like this. And now we're gonna draw his beautiful haircut. Now just imagine Alfred with very tiny scissors trying to take care of their little haircuts. I don't know if I like this, but the feathers on front. But I'll just keep it like this for now. So there we go. Draw his tummy. Wow, that's a really, really bad line. Well, it's not getting any better, is it? There we go. And draw the tummy, even though that's not supposed to be the... You know what? I can color this. Let me just add a little bit of color there. So, whoop. There we go. Cass was Robin for a while. Let me see. Just like Duke Thomas, who's now Signal. Oh, I don't know who Duke Thomas is. Is that someone related to Nightwing? Might be wrong though. I might be wrong. A lot of the characters are named like Thomas and such, so I kind of get confused on those. Clark. That sounds cool. Do you have a picture of Cass being a Robin? I try to remember. I only remember pictures of her being Black Bat and wearing the black outfit. But I don't remember seeing her with a little R on her chest. That would have been interesting though. Extend. Speaking of alternate universes, since we're not even talking about that, I discovered, probably everybody already knows this, that there's a new animated DC film coming out, or actually it might already be out. I don't think it's out over here yet, but it is in America, this is why I know it's a thing, but Batman Gotham by Gaslight. I'm very curious about this film. I saw a little bit of the animated scenes and I thought the style looks interesting. And it's a detective scene in Victorian. Am I correct or not? Might be wrong. Victorian times, I think. Like a little bit of a London setting. I have not read the comic, by the way. But I kind of checked out a review that said that the animated series is nicer than the comics. I'm not too sure, so don't quote me on that one. But if I can, I'll definitely check out Gotham by Gaslight. And I like how it's its own thing, like it's not related to any of the other universes or stories. So it can be seen like just a little thing on the side and you don't have to worry about, whoa, what's going on and little things like that. So I'm very curious. I haven't seen a lot of the new DC films. So maybe that's a nice way to catch up. And I also wanted to check out Justice League Dark because it has Deadman in it. Have you guys seen the Deadman short from Cartoon Network? That one is so cute with a little crow. It's just adorable. Oh, today's the Blu-ray and DVD premiere. Oh, wow, that's cool. Wow, I'm gonna try to see if I can find the DVD. There are actually a lot of DVDs I still have to get, so maybe I'm gonna get a couple of them, like buy all of them together and just check them out. Maybe can get more DC movies as well. I'm not I had one of my friends did watch a lot of the new DC films, and she said that the latest Batman films were either hit or miss. They were so-so, but I'm not sure, you know, I haven't seen it, so I don't know. Opinions, of course, can be different from one another, and yeah, like the little, the series, let me think, the films with Damien in it. And they also did one of the Owl films, which I thought would be interesting, but I heard, I'm not too sure, but that they changed Damien's personality somehow, that he's a little bit different from how he is in the comics, and that is, well, you know, the thing that they do with the animated series sometimes, like Timmy Todd, they mix the Robins together and it becomes this fusion character. And I do understand why they do that sometimes, since animation is a different medium compared to comics, but I'm not too sure whether I should check out those Batman films. I think of all of them, the Owl movie would be most interesting, but again, I'm not sure if it's worth watching in a sense, if it's so-so. There we go. Let me actually turn on a light since it's got really dark over here. Oh, that's better. So yeah, here he is without his little helmet. And I haven't seen the Go Robin episodes in a long time. And I checked out this this one because I know he wasn't wearing his helmet, and I completely forgot that in the beginning I had this spoiler thing going on with Helena saying, "Hey, it's a spoiler, ah!" If I ever do a new Go Robin episodes with like the little comic scenes, I do have to catch up on the comics though, so I guess if I finally do open a Patreon, I would ask the Patreon people to see, to pick a scene, a comic scene that they would like to see as a Go Robin episode. So that would be really cool. But anyway, then I would want to use the Helena scene again, in which she says, "Oh, it's a spoiler, duh, ah." I just make things and then I forget I ever made them. So when I'm looking at things like old work or stuff from a while ago, I'm like, it's like watching it for the first time. My memory is that bad. Son of Batman, Batman vs. Robin, and Bad Blood. Yeah, that's the ones she mentioned that they were not her favorite, I guess. But then again, my opinion about films and animations are always a little bit different from hers. Like, I really like Flashpoint Paradox, and I'm not sure whether she likes Flashpoint Paradox, but I really like it. Rewatching is really good, and especially as a standalone story. So I don't have to... And it's about Flash, which is also something I think is really cool. speaking of Flash, I still have to watch the series, and I actually still have to catch up with Arrow. But I heard Arrow, well, with most series, kind of turn out to be dragged out, so I'm not sure. But I used to really like Arrow. What's this line doing there? How did you get there? Oh, now it's gone. Boom. Yes, Under the Red Hood. That's definitely the best, or my favorite. I remember that I got the Under the Red Hood DVD, and I was super excited about watching it. And my roommates, because I was back then I was living as a student with my roommates, I convinced them to watch it with me, and they're not into Batman at all. So I was going crazy about the film, and I was like, oh, it's so good, it's so nice, and things are happening. And they were like, okay. They watched it, they didn't really say anything, but I was going crazy. But that was a really nice movie, and I definitely would recommend it just in general, and also rewatchability. I think that's really nice, just rewatching, and it just tears me up, man. Poor the Jaybird. Okay, I'm gonna draw one with his face down. I don't think I've done one of those before. Let me find an open spot. There we go. So now I'm gonna start off with his beak, because he's face down. Move this a little bit so there's a bit more space. This, since he is face down, I'm just gonna draw out the shape first, just so you get the idea. It's a little drop of Robin. And he's like this. He's on the floor, being sad. He's gonna cry. Because Bruce did not give him any hugs today. He never does. So sad. He's all teared up. He just wants Bruce to ruffle his hair. There we go. And his wings, let me think. He can be like this. Like he crashed. Poor baby. Isn't that a nice pose? No one wants to walk like this. But basically with changing the positions of the body, it's like this. So his body is usually like this, like the little drop. Like the little pointy weird shaped drop, and by turning the drop around you can draw them in different poses. So for example, if I draw him like this, I can imagine him looking this way, so you can see him all the way from the top, like the camera is on top from above the Robin, and his beak would be here and his wings would be like this. And if you move the drop to this side, then he's looking this way, or this one case he's looking this way, and this one he's looking like this. So another top view. So just by twisting the little drop, you can draw different poses for the Robins. It's a very nice, easy way to give a little bit of direction of what you want to do. So this is from the bottom. So his eyes would be, it's a bit weird over here, but his little feet would be at the bottom, then his wings like this. Of course, these shapes are not perfect, but I hope you catch the idea that, well, yeah, so here we have. And I think with the little beak, it shows very easily which direction he's looking at. And by that, like this, so imagine this line. I'm gonna draw a line that's behind the body. You're not gonna see it. It's really weird. This could be either the front or it could be the back. If you, actually draw this line, this is his little behind. Or if it's not drawn, this could be his front. So then he's literally facing the camera. This way. Then this is the hair. So yeah. And that's how the shapes of the rabbits is done. Anyway, let me continue with this one. The defeated Robin. He was no match for Batman. Also, Batman was like, go away. I don't want you in my house. Actually, Batman just doesn't say anything. And I think that's a huge problem within their relationship. Nobody's expressing or actually saying what they think or feel. But I do like that after Jason, his little wandering street days, he did come back to the Bat family, and that's something I really liked in the New 52, that all the Robins were together. And even though they may not all like each other, they're still a family, so that's something I really liked about that. To the beak. Lines are a little bit messy. Excuse me. That was my phone making a fart. So what I'm doing now is giving him some chops, like the little rolls. Since the sketch at the bottom is just a reference, just an idea of how I would want to position the lines. Yes, he's a blue jay. Aw, poor baby. Don't be sad. Maybe I should color in blue, that would be even worse. There we go. Remove this. And I'm gonna call it in blue jay. Blue. Oh, so sad. I'm gonna color in blue. It could be like a static image in which the colors. Ooh, there's a hole. There's so many holes. Alright, alright. I'm not gonna bother. Actually pick a nice color. So sad. It's like someone painted him. Like he fell in a bucket of paint and turned blue. Oh. Wow, sorry about that. Oh, what else I thought it was a very cute scene. I haven't read the issue, but I just happened to see some of the frames of one of the latest comics in which the Robins go eat at the McDonald's or something like that. And Damien has a little Red Hood toy. And Jason's like, give it to me. And he's like, no. So I thought it was very funny. That even though he's so cranky, Damien, but actually he still thinks maybe Red Hood is kind of cool. I like how happy the music is. It doesn't suit the mood at all. zoom in on the sad eyes. And we're gonna make these white. Maybe a less dark color for the beak. It's a little bit too grayish. Gonna add a shading layer on top of it to make it even worse. That's just how we roll over here. So a very easy way to add like a shading layer is to just add multiply on the layer. And currently I'm using a gray, as you can see here. And since it's multiply, it's gonna darken up the layer at the bottom. Ooh, I don't want his eye to be dark. Oh well, I'm gonna erase that. Now we have like a cel-shaded J. Also, something else that has been on my mind was to actually do a Valentine's Day stream. Like usually I draw a Go Robin's Valentine's picture, and I have drawn one of Dickie. I haven't posted it anywhere yet, but that's just him, and usually I draw like a Valentine's picture of all the Robins together. But on, wait, let me think. Valentine's Day is on a Wednesday, but that day is kind of busy. So my schedule wise, I could either do it in the evening, but my guess is that I'll probably be super tired and I'll have to do a lot of stuff that day. And I kind of was hesitating whether I should do it, so I was a big fat maybe I'm gonna do a Valentine's stream of the Go Robins. But this morning I thought, you know what? Wednesday is so busy, it kind of, you know, it's just a little bit too much, and I probably will be very tired that day. So maybe it's better to do a belated Valentine's stream on Thursday. Since Thursday for me is a lot less busy. So it will be, I'm gonna try to see if I can do the stream on Valentine's Day itself. If it's just really too much that day, I'm gonna do it on Thursday instead. How does that sound? Like a little special Valentine's Day stream. The thing is, I probably won't have time to do a Valentine's picture before Valentine's Day, so that's why I wanted to do it as a stream maybe. Erase this one. There we go. And it would be nice, it would be an actual art stream instead of a tutorial stream. For YouTube, that is. Since I have been doing regular streams on Twitch. But that's a lot more laid back. I'm just working on different projects there, like different pictures, and anyone who likes to can, you know, join in. There's the blue one. Oh, he's so dark. I'm looking at the preview of my file. It's not on camera here, but he looks extremely blue. Let me... Oh, actually I can play with the layers. Let me see. Okay, that's not gonna be it. Color burn, how's that? I actually think this one looks better than multiply. Multiply. Dissolve. Ooh, beautiful. How about this one? This one. Or this one. I'm gonna go with the color burn. No, wait. Which was it? I don't remember. I have such a bad memory. It's the worst. I forget things while being in the middle of doing them. So yeah, here we go. Maybe erase a little bit more. There we go. So here we have a blue jay. He's a lot sadder than the other jays, but it doesn't mean he's less fluffy. Okay. So let me do maybe one more with the helmet, since that's his main thing. Actually, let me not delete that. Let me create a new layer. Okay. Let me think what angle would be interesting for him. Well, maybe one of him on his back. Like he's... Wait, this layer should not be locked. Why are you not working? There we go, finally. So I'm gonna draw one of him on his back. With the little feet up. I'm gonna change the... this looks a bit weird, but I'm gonna change things up in a minute. He's like, I drew too many lines at the top, but I'm gonna fix it now. Oh, and line below suggests a flying pose. That's a nice one. I could do that. That's always a good one. So I'm gonna start off with the helmet again. Oop. Zoom in. So his helmet is a little bit behind his body here. So his body is basically covering a part of his helmet. So his fluff is sticking out, this part. Oh, let me actually move the camera so you can actually see that part is sticking out. So you can actually, there you go. We can see that it's behind his body. And then I'm gonna draw his wings. His little feet would be like this, and here we have his little butt, his tiny butt. Usually I don't draw the little excess, but for now I'm doing it to show you how his body is supposed to be, so where's what. So here we have his little feet, and we actually try this one a little bit better. There we go. So if you could see, whoop, get rid of of this one. If you could see his body, his helmet, it would be behind his body. So his helmet finishes here. So his neck would be attached right over here. As much as he has a neck. As much as neck. And here we have the helmet. So that's how the character would be. And then his body would be like this. If you get the shape of it. So yeah, here he is on his back. And I can also draw a flying pose. Let's do that. So with a flying pose, usually his wings, or actually the wings in general, for the Goraban characters are drawn like this. Very round shape with the feathers. There we go. And the wings can spread out a lot. I know I already told this on the other tutorial, but the wings can become bigger, just like real birds. If you see the birds, they always fold their wings on his body and they become like small, and when they fly, they can really spread out the bones that's inside here, the bird bones. So yeah, and his body would be over here. Then you would have the second wing over here. So this is just a rough layout. I'm not gonna use this actually, but then his head would be here, his helmet. And I think the easy thing with Jaybird is that his helmet really clearly shows the shape of his head, since it's not attached to his body. So it can be like a different line work. It's a bit weird description, but yeah, let me see, like this. So you can just draw it on top of it and it will be fine. And his little feet would be like here. There we go. You know what? I think it would be interesting to draw a flying pose from the front. So I haven't done that one yet. And it's a different angle. Oh, wait, I noticed my canvas is too small. So this would be his helmet, his little beak, and his wings will be spread out like this. There we go. And his body would be behind. And the little tail sticking out. So here you have overlapping. Well, his head is overlapping his body, obviously. So let me grab another layer to show you. So here we have the circle, that's his body. And then there's a second circle. Well, it's not really a circle, but you get the shape. That's on top of it. And this line is going to be erased because his helmet is on top of it, so you're not going to see it. Then the tail is sticking out, so you have the tail, it's like this, and then you have the wings attached to his body, which are over here, and then it's spread out because he's flying this way. Let me actually make my canvas bigger, since it doesn't fit. Okay. Oh, wow. Whew. Nice color. Let me color this one. Come on. Wait. For some reason, I cannot unlock this layer. That's weird. Just create a different layer and pop the color on there. There we go. For some reason my background layer is locked and I cannot unlock it. But yeah, so here we have this one. So he's flying in this direction. So his wings are like this. So this is well, I want to say the top of his wing. And then you have the feathers that are going to be perspective-wise in the back, like this. So he's like soaring through the sky. So yeah, there we go. Let me erase the rough one and clean this one up. Yeah, that's the correct layer. Adrian asks, so it's decided that Roy's a fox? Well, actually, we haven't fully decided on anything. Just a little suggestion. I think it's a nice suggestion about Starfire being a phoenix. But until it's actually going to be canon in the Go Robins universe, then it's something that will be decided. But we'll see. So here we have... eyes, and then we have the beak. Oh wait, his head is huge the way I've drawn it now. So I'll actually fix this one. There we go. Maybe make this one a little bit less opacity-wise, so there we go. So here we have the tail. Of course, this line, you don't have to draw that one. Just a little helpful line for you to see where things go. So here we have the wing. There we go. And then we have the second wing. Oh yeah, okay, I get it. You're stuck. And this one. Yes. His feet would be like here. So I'm not gonna draw the feet. They're behind his wing and his body. So there we go. Poof. Or his feet could be like this, but when he's flying it kind of makes more sense that his feet are like to the back. Since in this pose he's going quite fast, or I imagine him to go quite fast. Maybe do one more flying pose. Actually, I'm gonna move the layers for a moment, so I have more space. Come on, you can unlock. Or maybe those things don't even need to be moved. Welcome to Messing with Layers, the tutorial how to mesh your layers up. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now we can, whoops, draw one over here. Hi, Captain IW. I want to say we. I'm so sorry. I'm the worst. Once upon a time, I was working, and the Wii came out. The Wii, the Nintendo Wii, it's the old one. But this is a long time ago, and I think it's this man who wasn't too sure how to pronounce the Wii. He pronounced it very unusual. Let me say that. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was very interesting how people pronounced it. So let me do the second flying pose. Let's not think ahead. I'm just gonna go and see where this one ends. I drew a mouth. What is this? Why? This is like a nose. Oh, a little clown. Okay, maybe I should have thought things ahead and not gone with the flow. These wings are gonna be up. But because there's no space, I'm gonna move things a little bit. Whoop. He looks really weird. He could be like one of the jokers, like the little clown henchman. Poor Jason. This is not what you wanted in your life. But then again, there's a lot of stuff that you did not want in your life. Yup. There we go. So here he is like floating in the sky, or floating in the air. This makes more sense to say that. And I'm gonna start off with the eye. We're not gonna draw the mouth, the smiley mouth, because that's a little bit creepy. Instead we're gonna draw his beak open. Oh, thank you very much, Captain. I'm just gonna call you Captain, which is a great way to call someone. I'm glad you like my work. And I'm also glad I can inspire you to draw. That's always a nice thing if people get inspired to draw as well. That's really great to hear. And don't worry, your English is fine. There we go. I actually like how most people in the chat, as well as me, are a mixture of people that don't necessarily have English as their first language. So in that sense, don't worry about it. So let me zoom out again. It's a little bit zoomed in too much. So there we go. So here we have his helmet, and we're gonna draw the line from his eye to the bottom, like this. And then he has the little fluffs on his chest. And I'm gonna draw the feet. Tiny feet. And then I got a chubby little tummy, his back, and his tail. And now you can see his body is a bit like this. Oh wait, let me actually show you, which is a thing. I'll try not to work too zoomed in. But his body is like his so he has his upper chest and the bottom. His feet are a little bit forward, as you can see here. So his wings should be more to the back to balance him out. Like this, but I don't know if I have space. You know what? I'm gonna shrink this one. Like this. No, it should be... He's very tiny compared to the rest. The tiny J. So tiny. Let me also reduce the size of my brush. Both the lines are going to be very thick. So there we go. I want to bend this line a little bit more. Ooh, this one is a bit too far. There we go, this one is a little bit better. So yes, let me get rid of this sketch. The clown sketch. Am I in the wrong layer? Of course I am. There we go. So here's like floating in the air, and I have a lot of layers right now. Like, how many layers can one person create? Usually in the past, when I was very young, I preferred working with as few layers as possible. And it does make sense, but as bigger, as more stuff comes on your canvas, a bigger mess is created. So let me use a more vibrant color to show you. So if he flaps his wings, his middle pose would be like this. And then you have, let me use another color. If he flaps down, it would be here. Now, it looks as if he has like 6 wings. He's actually an angel. But he would be moving his wings like this, up and down, in order to stay up. And this is how you can do the different poses as well, with his wings down, on the side, or all the way up. That's really cool that you made, Captain made a soft toy of the Go Robin, so that's really cool. Sometimes I see really amazing crafts of the Go Robin characters, and they're just gorgeous looking. They look amazing. So I'm always happy to see what you guys make, and if you do make something, don't forget to share it. And you can just send a note or on Twitter or something if you can find me. I would happily look at your work. It would be... I'm always happy to see it, let me say that. Oh, that's great. Adrian says, I thought back to Cory and how coriander is a spice and imagine her to be a spice container. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. They have the little arrow as Arsenal. Though, of course, Arsenal should not... can be an arrow. It's more a red arrow thing. But have a little arrow there and a little spice container, and those are Jason's best friends. And now I just imagine him being, yes, I'm gonna go, you know, I'm gonna be, gonna hang out with my friends, being angry at Nightwing and Bruce. And then he's there together with his arrow and his spice container with a little face drawn on top of that. Oh, it'll be sad. Now this one is very accurate, the blue jay. With his little spice container. You know what? I'm gonna do a very quick sketch of that. Gonna reduce. Oh no, that's not what I want. Basically, that emotion that I just used, that's the emotion when drawing. That's not what I want. No! That's art. Winger, that's a great way that I call it. So we're going to draw a very tiny actually, let's draw him with a helmet, that makes more sense. Oh yes, the emotions. Here we have the angry emotion. It's basically the eyes. This is how I usually draw the eyes, and when he's angry he's like this. Very easy tutorial on how to draw angry eyes. Like, erase this part. Anyway, let's draw the little fluffs. Just sitting there, being angry. And here we have his friend. The spice container. Oh, Cory. I don't know why he's like a Cupid heart, but does anyone know actually, is the new Red Hood and the Outlaws any good? With in which Cory and Arsenal are not there. I think it's Bizarro, might be wrong, I think. And another female character, which I don't remember her name. There you go, Red Hood and the Outlaws. He's like in a corner. He's angry, so he's like, no, I'm gonna be with my friends now. Little teenager. Roy the broken arrow. Oh wait, I can make him broken. I have some band-aid or tape. to attach to attach both parts. There we go. I see Black Mass. That's a interesting one to bring back. Oh, Artemis. Ooh. That's an interesting combination. That you have Jason and then you have these very strong characters together with him. And he kind of feels out of place, since he's not superhuman, but then again, neither is Batman, so... Might be interesting. If I get back to the new comics, I'll see if I can pick something up and check it out. But first I'll have to read everything I still have left to read, which is a big thing with me. Artemis and Jason on a date. Alright. I don't quite remember. He did have someone, right, in the old comic. It's been a long time since I read it. I know Roy and Corey were a thing. And people were a little bit upset that it wasn't Nightwing and Corey. But, you know, that's also a thing. It's like a drama, like a soap. Oh, hey, Kago. Nice to see you here as well. Captain asks, will there still be cartoons with Robins? That's something I'm thinking about. I would love to make a new, I wouldn't call it a season, but a new set of Go Robin cartoons. But again, because it's so, it takes so much time to create an episode. And since YouTube is more of a hobby for me, I want to try and see if I say we, because it's together with you guys, if we can together create new episodes by starting a Patreon. But again, the Patreon, I've been meaning to open that for a long time, but the thing is, you know, life gets busy and then I'm pulled into work and I haven't gotten to it yet. I'm working on it. I definitely want to do it. First, my current plan is to finish a film that should be finished, well, I hope soon, but I'm currently working on a scene that's quite elaborate. But that film is an own production. It's not for YouTube. It's more of a weird film, I should say. But it's something made out of love. It's very, well, it's not super different. It's actually back to basics to the animations I started with, but that's something I want to finish. And I also want to open my web store again, because I do have a lot of items. I have a lot of new Go Robin stickers and keychains and charms and new plushes as well. I want to do something with that as well. But again, that's something that's been on the list for more than a year. And I also created some new stickers, or actually designed some new stickers, new charms, and I thought it would be cool to have those like exclusive items for Patreon. But then again, I would have to start up the Patreon, and I've been working on the page, like setting things up, but I want to make a video explaining everything, as in what I'm gonna do with Patreon, what the plan is, how we're gonna handle things, and how we're gonna make it, you know, if it is successful, how it's gonna work. Because I do think it's fair to you guys as well, that you guys have some clarity on where I stand and how we're gonna approach this. And again, I'm not sure if I'll be honest, I'm not sure if Patreon is gonna be the Go Robins reboot, but I want to try it because I did a poll way back and people were very positive about it. So I feel that I should at least give it a try and see if, you know, if people really want to have new Go Robin episodes, why not? But yeah, that's where I stand with Go Robins. It has been on a hiatus for a long time, and I think the last episode was like a Halloween special. Pretty sure it was. But yeah, it really was around the time things got very busy. So that's why you haven't seen any new animations for Go Robins. But the better part is that, of course, Go Robins is very, I think it's very rewatchable, so you can rewatch it. And I actually never expected to make more episodes than one, because the first episode I made was just made for fun. I had this idea like, oh, you have a cartoon with all the Go Robin or all the Robin characters in it, and then I made a version with the little birds. And it's very wonky, the timing is weird, it's old, it's really weird, but for some reason people really liked it, and that got me to make the second episode. And it wasn't made in a decent time, like it only took the second episode, I think, less than a week, maybe only a couple days. And after that, the episodes became more elaborate. So there's a lot more going on. They had backgrounds, they had multiple characters, which was a lot of work. And so the workload increased. Well, originally it only took it was still long days to work, but only a couple days, not more than 2 weeks. And I think with the latest episodes, couple years old already, it took weeks to make them. And that kind of got me to a position in which I realized I couldn't do it like this anymore, which is why I put Go Robins on a hiatus. Especially if I have to just work alongside as well, it's just very challenging to do an animation channel for fun. But you gotta start somewhere, that's true. But I just feel that YouTube is not the most friendly platform for animation. It's very easy to produce videos if you vlog or do gaming videos, since you can just record the videos. Of course, it's still a lot of work, but it's still different from animation because it's such a long process to create it, and everything has to be drawn, especially with hand-drawn animation like this is. This is frame-for-frame animation. Though drawn digitally, it's still very it still takes time to animate just a couple of seconds. So yeah. This one looks as if he has a black eye. Oh my, how did your mask get a black eye? Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up really soon. I'm gonna finish this sketch. I stopped doing the tutorial after just doing little doodles. Yeah, I think it's almost 2 hours. So that's a good time to stop streaming, I think. Next week, again, I want to try and see if I can do a Valentine's stream for Go Robins. But it might be a belated Valentine's stream, since Wednesday is just so busy schedule-wise. So yeah, that's something I want to try. And yeah, I hope you guys learned something today. I know it's a bit of a messy video since I was all over the place, but then again, when aren't I all over the place? And yeah, there we go. Fluffy, 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 fluffy. There we go. Well, maybe it would be nice to sometimes do streams in which I'm just doodling and chatting with you guys. I don't know if you guys would like that in a non-tutorial setting. Oh, here we have the wings. Let me zoom out on the blue one. So sad. This one looks as if he's like shaking his booty. He's flying. This one from the side. I actually do like this sketch. I don't know. It's simple, but I like it. And this first one from the side. And yeah. Well, I don't live in the US. I am from the Netherlands. I don't think anyone expected that. Sometimes one of the episodes I wrote something in Dutch, and usually I write, if it fits the scene, I write little silly things in Dutch. And sometimes people translate that, and I completely forgot that I wrote that silly thing. It's on one of the episodes in which Bruce is doing a hyper beam because he has too much love in his heart. And on the screen, I think he's writing something, like a diary thing. And then people comment, "Oh yeah, it's Dutch, I didn't know." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I wrote that." This is how people in the comments remind me of the silly things I do. But actually most of the animations, if I can, I like hiding little notes and messages that have no meaning whatsoever. They're just there being silly. Even in my latest film I wrote some silly notes. And then I completely forgot about them until my friend was like pointing them out. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's true, that's a thing." But yeah. Here we go. So I hope you guys learned something about how to draw. If you guys have any questions later on or in future streams, just let me know. If you're, I don't mind catching up on old stuff. If you're like, "Hey, how do you draw this?" or how about this angle or this position? Just let me know, and I can just do them in between the streams. Save. There we go. So yeah. Oof. Let me enlarge this one. This is one of the old episodes, so he looks a bit silly. But I like how David is like, "Ah!" Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, and it was nice chatting with you guys. And of course, I hope to see you again next time. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.